treat your startups as a marathon, not a sprint. Just keep on growing. If you don't build a feature which the customer needs, you'll not be able to sell the product. So you don't have to actually build all the features the customer requests. So you will have a roadmap. If the customer's feature request matches with your roadmap, you just prioritize it, build it, release it, you make him pay, and so you can actually start scaling very easily in that way.
Hello everyone, Ashok here. Thank you for tuning in to this 13th episode of Indian Startup Stories, a podcast thriving to bring out experiences and insights from entrepreneurs across India. Today we have two guests on our show, Aravind and Rohit Reddy. They are the founders of Docupilot. A SaaS startup based out of Chennai, Docupilot focuses on document automation, improving various business processes and gaining multiple B2B businesses. In this episode, they share their experiences, ideas, challenges, what has worked for them and mainly what has not worked, and much valuable information for us to take away from their entrepreneurial journey. So without further ado, let's jump in. Hi Arvind and Rohit, thank you for coming on Indian Startup Stories today. Welcome.
Yeah, hi Ashok.
Hi.
Hello. This is the first time I'm hosting more than one guest in my show. Excited. Please share about your background, studies and career start. What was the beginning?
Okay, I did. We both did our engineering. He did it in NIT and I did it in MEFCO. And he's from civil background and I am from CS background. And I we joined Zoho. So I was 2 years senior, 1 year or senior. So we were actually working on a product called Service Desk on Demand. It is like a help desk product. So we both are developers of the product. So
Okay, that's nice. So what are you creating in Docupilot? What was the problem that you are addressing and what is it solving?
So Docupilot is a document automation platform where the customers will be able to automate their document workflow on day-to-day basis. For example, a lawyer creating contracts, multiple contracts a day. So he'll be able to automate all his work. So that is what our vision of the company and vision of Docupilot. So helping businesses automate their business process, which is what we are focused on building.
Okay, it's a kind of a documentation app having integration with other
Yeah,
systems.
exactly.
Let me put it another way so anybody can understand. For example, if you need to create, some kind of documents every day. Okay, so in older days, what we would do, we would have a typist or a computer MS Office operator to take one particular document and change the same fields in it again. So, for example, instead of the name or email address or some other fields like address and stuff, they would have to change these content again and again for hundreds or thousands of people, right? So Docupilot comes to rescue here by providing a way to automate this stuff instead of a person manually doing all this.
Okay, that sounds great. How did it all begin? The idea of Docupilot, what was a spark moment?
The spark moment was while I was working in Zogo. I had one more friend, so where we were actually sharing mutual thoughts about starting some SaaS applications like the software as a service. So Zogo is based on the business model, right? So that I pretty much liked it. So where you will have recurring revenue, that is one of the very important thing for a very successful business these days, the recurring revenue. But so I was very much interested in that, and so I was discussing with one of my other friend, but due to some reasons he's not able to join. On the other hand, Rohit was exploring some other entrepreneurial ways to start some marketplace softwares in logistics and stuff with a different friend. But due to some reasons, he was not able to. They were not able to proceed. And since we were on the same team, we got introduced and we went on a trip. So where we discussed a lot of things, so we shared this mutual interest of starting something. That is what starting something, as in we didn't have focus what to start, but we wanted to start something, but we didn't know what to start. But so we were actually exploring stuff. So one of the reason we went with Docupilot is that we didn't want to have much competition. We don't want to build another competitive product. Let's say, for example, CRM application or a help desk application, which has a lot of big players in the market. So we want to find a niche model where we will be able to excel the product, get a lot of experience. At the same time, we'll be able to get a lot of revenues without much more effort on what do you say, funding part. Without that, we wanted to bootstrap it completely. So at least for like 5 years. So which is why we went with a very niche model. Niche model is nothing more like, let's say, for example, $1 million product is a niche model. So people, not many companies look for these kind of domain models. So they focus on $100 million projects and stuff. So there are a lot of opportunities in 1 to 10 million products. So where people actually can look these products and build it so that they will be successful. And once they are successful, they will be able to build $100 million product.
True, true. The start is the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. So start small and achieve big.
Okay. So what was the initial MVP that how long it took
Uh,
for you to come out with the product?
Okay, the initial MVP took around like 4 to 5 months, I guess. So
Oh,
uh, you will have to actually start shipping it very faster. If you are not uh, embarrassed by the first version of a product, you are actually launched it very late. So it's better to start showing the MVP to your customers, get feedbacks,
mhm.
iterate the product every week. We do releases every week, which is why we were able to get out first customers very quickly. So we listen to customers'
Okay.
feedback, prioritize them. So if you just keep on building the product uh, with a lot of features, with the customers doesn't want to use, they may not. So you might build a lot of features, but if you don't build the feature which the customer needs, you will not be able to sell the product.
True,
So
true.
you don't have to actually build all the features the customer requests. So you will have a roadmap. If the customer's feature request matches with your roadmap, you just prioritize it, build it, release it, you make him pay, and so you can actually start scaling very easily in that way.
Okay, nice steps. Both of you share Zoho experience as a platform to begin your transition from employee to entrepreneurs, right? Please share how you prepared yourself. How long was the transition phase?
Rohit, do you want to?
Yeah, sure. So there was a point of time in Zoho where I felt I would not be learning much more things over there. So at that point of time, I decided I'd quit, and I'd look for other opportunities elsewhere. Like I started doing freelancing right after I quit Zoho. So I was
Mhm.
traveling different cities and meeting different people. I started working on blockchain technologies and stuff. And so
Okay.
when Aravind also decided to quit, so he reached out to me saying, yeah, let's get back together, and let's start working on something. And that's when he came up with this product. So once the product was built and ready, until then I personally was doing freelancing, and that's how I was able to maintain my you know uh,
Okay.
finances and everything.
Okay, that's nice. So your company is relatively young, right? So what are the initial challenges that you faced and how did you address them?
Okay, the initial challenges was like for every startup, it is like finding the customers. So since we are from a developer background, we didn't know much knowledge about sales and marketing. But at some point of time, you have to learn everything, right? So we focused on how people do marketing stuffs and how SEOs work, and we were able to leverage Quora to help us with our marketing in the initial days. And
Okay.
pages really helped in Google searches, and we were able to push our content to the first page of Google. That was one of
Okay, that's
the
nice.
key challenges.
Okay, so it is listing in top Google search, is it? That's
Yeah.
a good achievement. Nice. So how spread is your customers geographically?
Uh,
I believe it is around 25 countries, right, Arvind?
Yeah, it's 25 countries. We are from global from day one. Actually, if you're starting a SaaS company, you shouldn't be focusing much on Indian clients. So it's better to start thinking globally, because majority
Mm.
of our customers are from US,
Hmm.
UK, EU, and Australia. So
Okay.
we do have very less customers from India, because when, if you're a very big company with a very big product, you'll be able to sell easily for Indian customers. If you're a very small
Hmm.
product, uh, people may not need your solution, because I'm not talking any wrong about the Indian market. It's just the way it is. People are still not. don't want to spend much on softwares and stuff, right? So
Okay.
that paradigm. So only big companies are selling or buying products. So they buy from bigger companies. So probably it might have a transition in 5 to 10 years, I guess. So
Okay. Yeah.
so it is best to focus on all the geography. So you just build your product and just sell it to anyone. That's it. Anyone in the world. That's it.
Okay. Nice. Good. That's an advantage of being SaaS, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can get customers across.
Yeah. Exactly.
How big is your team on the ground?
Currently, our team size is 5 people.
Oh, okay. That's relatively small.
Yeah,
Very,
relatively.
very nice.
We were actually a team of two, just me and Rohit for a very long time. We onboarded few
Mhm.
more people very recently.
Okay.
So it's being
Okay.
small is an advantage actually. You don't have to make much more decision. You just make some things work for you and just you keep on moving forward. You don't have to pull your team along. So in the initial days, it's better to have a very small team. Just work with your founders and push forward,
Mhm.
get customers,
Yeah.
and
No more of operational.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you will have to take care of accounting, lot of things.
So, though it's a small team, being a co-founder, right, both of you, what were the conflicts that you had to handle in the initial days? How did you actually share your responsibilities, and how did you come to a common ground before kickstarting your business?
So I would say we didn't have, actually, I would say you need to have a very good chemistry with your co-founders. So the co-founders are the backbone of the company, right? So uh, they should be on the same page. Only then the
Hmm.
company will move forward. I had one more friend who were working on a very really nice product and stuff. They had some co-founder
Hmm.
conflicts, and at the end they had to part away and close down their product. That is one of the very nice product. I look forward to that product, but since they had some co-founder issues, I would say don't have any egos and stuff. So it is just business, right? Just share your thoughts. If there are any good thoughts, just take it, just learn things, and at the end of the day, it's your business, and it's you will have to collectively move forward. So
Hmm.
just have an open mind to learn things, and if it is right, just do the right thing for the business. That's it.
That's good. So, how do you share the responsibilities? Because both of you coming from technical background, when you're thinking from business perspective, there are a lot of aspects you need to see, right? Being finance or
uh,
getting into customers relation and also the technical stuff.
Okay, in the initial days, we were both focused on building the product. So once we shipped the product, started getting customers. So I deviated from development, and Rohit is the CTO of the company. So he
Mhm.
focuses more on developing the product. So I started focusing on customer support, demo sessions, handling finances, accounting. So
Mhm.
we split it, and now we started onboarding few more people to take care of a few other things.
Okay, nice. So I'm sure you might have had many initial challenging days. Any specific instances to share, or who helped you? How did you handle those things?
Okay, in actually I got married just before I quit my job.
Okay.
That is one of the very toughest decision I had. Rohit quit his job before me, like 2 to 3 months before. So I was
Mhm.
dragging this decision, and because I just got married, and so I had to quit my job. And you know the family part, right? They Why would you want to quit your well-paying job? That is one of the very important challenges I had to take. And after that, once you quit your job and handling finances, let's say, or you will not be getting your monthly salary and stuff. So once you don't have any income, you will actually start burning your cash faster. So
Hmm.
so the pressure builds up to actually uh, get more customers. So
Hmm.
your parents might uh, ping you. So where what will happen? So they might be they don't want you to get into a tough part of your life, right? So that is one of the things I had to actually the family part, that is one of the biggest thing I have to. So my wife was actually very much supportive, and
Okay.
so that is
Mhm.
one of the biggest advantage I
Okay.
had in my life. Rohit, do you want to share anything?
No, actually, only challenges that we had was your personal life, nothing else.
So Rohit was smooth.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, how did you manage funding in the initial days? Did you go for bootstrapping, or you were trying to bring in investors? You were just a team of two when you started.
Yeah, so since our whole plan was to start small, right? So we just
Mm.
want to learn everything, learn the market, learn the product, learn how startup works, and also. So since we want to do all these things, we didn't want to get any external influences inside the company. Okay, so basically
Mm.
funding brings a lot of baggage with it, right? So
Yeah.
so basically, to start a company, what do you need? If it is a SaaS company, if it's a software company, what do you need? You need a product, you need people to spend time on it, and we were already there to spend time on it. And other than
Mm.
that, you need to the company, get some servers, get going, right? So all this will not take more than 50,000 in Indian rupees, right? So
Mhm.
we all have that money.
Okay. Nice.
So you wouldn't believe,
Okay.
actually we spent only 1 lakh rupees in the initial days on the company.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
idea is
Uh,
to don't spend much since uh, until you make some money. So once you make money, you can just spend it, make it bigger. So it is
mhm.
more like just treat your startups as a marathon, not a sprint. Just keep on going very slowly, and
Okay. So that was still the MVP, is
yeah,
it?
exactly.
Okay. Nice. So, what was the first moment of relief since the inception of Docupilot?
Okay.
Was it any customer stories or your MVP product?
Uh, it is one of the first. Obviously, it is going to be the first paying customers. I was actually. It is a evening. I was actually having a nap in my afternoon, and I just woke up. It says you got $29. That was one of the
Wow.
greatest moment, because once you are able to sign up one customer, you will be able to sell your
Yeah.
product to multiple person. That is one of the biggest uh,
Right.
relief you can actually ever get.
The first token of appreciation,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Nice.
And also that built a lot of confidence in us that we can take this product much further. And also this happened in a very short time. We were not expecting it, the first customer to sign up within 2 months of release of the product.
Hmm. Okay, that was quick actually. So, on that same customer stories, any pride moment that you felt that your product actually got a good development in the customer ecosystem?
Yes, there are few customers where they migrated from our competitor platforms. So they shared a really nice feedback about Docupilot, and they really
Mhm.
liked our support. So we go an extra milestone to help the customers to adopt to the product, so which other product may not do it. So
Mhm.
so we were at so we once we receive very nice feedbacks and reviews on online platforms, we were actually very much impressed, and we were actually very much happy about bringing some smile on the customers. So actually they
That's nice.
thank you, they will just uh, thank you enough, right? So even if they pay for your product, they will be very grateful to you to bring that services to them. So that is one of the very nice moments.
Nice. Customer stories
Yeah,
always matters.
yeah, exactly.
How COVID has impacted you? What was the big change that you see among yourself for both of you, and what are the changes it has got for the company?
Okay.
Code basically didn't didn't have significant impact. There were a few customers who got impacted by COVID, who had to cancel their subscriptions and hold off for a while. But other than that, we were pretty much going in the same growth pattern compared to pre-COVID and post-COVID.
So we were actually a remote team from the start. So Rohit was working
Okay.
from his
Okay.
home. I was working from.
Hmm.
So Rohit
Okay.
moved to Hyderabad from Chennai. So I'm still in Chennai. So
Okay.
before COVID, we were a remote team. So after COVID, we are still a remote team, and we will continue to be a remote team.
Yeah. So that's a benefit of being adapting to remote
Yes,
from the big day
exactly.
one.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So both of you from technical background. So how did you figure out the go-to market strategy, and how did you handle who's handling the sales and marketing side of your business?
Yeah, so let me take this up. The thing is, while we were working on the product, there was too much confusion, especially in my thoughts. Okay, so
Mhm.
I was researching on this, how to do, what should I do. I was trying to reach out to many people on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has this feature called I don't know, I forgot the feature's name, but it gave an option to reach out to people who are ready to give suggestions to other people. Okay, so we
Mhm.
reached out to like at least 10 to 12 guys, I guess, 12 experts. They gave one of these guys gave a very good feedback saying your website is shit. Okay, you got to improvise the English a lot. Okay,
Okay.
so that's how, and few other guys were like giving some suggestions like you need to create a pitch deck so and so customers will come. But those kind of suggestions didn't work out because this product being a software product and we are targeting not only India, we are targeting everywhere, right? So our website spoke to itself. So
Okay.
yeah, that was the thing. Yeah.
Okay. It's you guys who built the website as well from the scratch, is it?
Yes, we did.
Okay, that's nice. So what sales and marketing pitch that worked for you?
Okay, actually, to be honest, we didn't do any marketing till date, and we didn't spend any penny on marketing. So
Okay.
all we did was bringing organic growth, and one of the things we did is we just realized few months back, we built a do-it-yourself product. So
Mhm.
customer comes to your website, signs up, and tries the product, pays himself, and I didn't even talk to 50% of our paying customers. So that is one of
Okay.
the very I think that is one of the very good thing we have actually did it. So
Okay. So cutting down the customer support.
yeah, exactly that. So building a do-it-yourself product is the way to go, I guess.
Okay, that's a nice idea. Do you recommend students to get job, work, and then think about business after getting good exposure into IT corporation world like you guys did? Or do you recommend students to have a business mindset before even starting? These days, like even a student can have a big idea and they can start off their own, right? So what is your recommendation on
My recommendation would be to work in a job at least for 2 to 3 years to gain experience. So the problem is you don't. I would be very grateful to Zogo. Only then I was able to know about the SaaS industry, Freshworks, so rivals and stuff. So you hear more stories. Uh, so you learn about these products, how businesses adopt these products. So that is one of the biggest experience you will ever get. uh, Starting right after college, it might work for a few, but it may not work for many. So the problem is we have to focus on the majority, right? So because
yeah.
if they attempt it at the start, let's say for example, if they waste 2 years of their life without any success, they would quit their startup lives forever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's take it small. So it's build experiences, and so not everyone is Mark Zuckerberg, right? So that is how at least in India. So it we are not very fortunate to have those. So it's better to play a very safe card, but at the same time you will be able to get a big success at some point of time.
Okay, nice. Um,
One more input here is so when you come out of college, most people would not have an understanding of how corporates work, right? So, for example, corporates have two different strategies. One is go B2C or another is go B2B, right? So,
yeah.
when you're in college, you might only have seen businesses that are reaching out to you. So, those businesses are basically B2C, right? So you would want to start another B2C company, which needs huge funding and huge resources and stuff. So that's where,
Yeah.
as Arvind was telling, you will trip out, like you will want to stop doing startups and all and just go for a regular job. So, but once you come into corporate world, you understand how these companies work and what they're trying to solve, what their customers are doing, how they're you know uh, Yeah, so how the workflows are, etc. So then you'll have different mindset. Your mindset will completely evolve. Yeah, so that's when you can take a very good decision compared to when you come out of college.
That's a nice opinion. Yeah. So, coming to what could go wrong in your journey, can you share any instances or the decision which went wrong and you both had to stretch along and stretch more and close it out before moving ahead?
What could go wrong is choosing a product where it would be harder to build, at least in the initial stages. For example, if you have a very small team, if you have a very big vision, you will not be able to build that product, or
Mhm.
if you don't have a perfect product market fit. For example, that product market fit may come in another 5 years. So if you have the product now, you'll not be able to sell those things. Or emerging technologies. Actually, me and Rohit focused on blockchain technologies and stuff. We spent a very in cryptocurrencies and stuff, right? So we had a very little exposure to that. So, but if
Mhm.
we had went with that decision, I don't know how things would have ended up. And so your uh, starting point is very important, I believe.
Mhm.
So just and we were focused on that, and we had to take a decision at some point of time. Let's leave that. Even if we had spent more time focusing on this, let's just close this for now and focus on the real thing. And that was one of the turning points in the success of the journey.
Okay.
So you will have vast ideas. The focus on the idea is very important with your intuition.
Okay. Start small and plan to scale.
Yeah, exactly.
For
Yes.
people going through failures, what's your message from your experience in order to uplift them?
Okay, failures are temporary. So until you believe you're failed, you're not failed at all. So all you have to do is just learn what went wrong, and just fail faster and make changes, adopt changes. So one thing, adopting change is one of the biggest challenge for any person. So if you're comfortable with that, you will be able to turn everything into a success. So that is one of the
Okay.
key things. So just have patience and just flipping the right cards, and that will work for everyone.
Okay, nice. Now your product is has been used across geography, right? So how do you handle the customer support when people in different time zone, when they raise any incident or they wanted to reach out? So how do you guys handle different time zone being a small company?
Okay, so
So
yeah, to continue.
okay, the thing is like we won't be okay. We have set up one workflow to handle very serious issues. For example, your service is down and people are not able to use it, right? So these kind of things, we created a workflow wherein we get phone call immediately to both our mobiles if there is something very serious. Okay, so other than that, every other customer support request or query that comes in, it will be it can be delayed, or it is not necessary to be handled immediately. So we generally have a response time of 24 hours to all customer queries through mail or support. So yeah, that basically plays out well.
Yeah, that's nice. So how many customers are there? And if all of a sudden everyone is facing issues, so how do you handle it?
Okay, there are around 250 paying customers. Uh,
Oh,
okay, if everyone is facing issues, one of the thing would be the server would be down.
mhm.
So we do have easy ways to back up the servers in our AWS machines. So we
Mm.
are able to uh, pull up backup machines in like 10 minutes. So it
Okay.
it causes some tensions and chaos, and but it's solvable very easily. Just pull up the servers, and so
True. Next question on the same line. How do you stay calm during the day of chaos?
okay, it's
Yeah.
sometimes okay. Okay, staying chaos, things would be fixed at some point of time, right? So the customers is also, even if you get support messages from your customers, if you explain your issue to them, they would be calm. So it's okay, just do your job and just let me know. So which is one way we learn from them, I guess. So just focus on the work and just don't get tensed. If if you just focus on it, you will be able to finish it in like a few minutes and stuff.
Nice. Yeah. So, what is one important quality that you would want to see in any budding entrepreneur?
Okay, one quality would be to stay patient,
Stay calm.
stay
Yes.
calm, and patience is very important in your entrepreneur journey, and probably smart work. So, say for example, if you're working in a 9 to 5 job, so you won't have much responsibilities and stuff. So, and here you will have to work for extra hours on Sundays, Saturdays, so no weekends.
Mhm.
So at least in the very initial stages for the first 1 to 2 years, so you should have a lot of patience, and these things would
Okay.
work. So just keep focusing on the work, and you will be able to.
So these days, how long you guys work? Around the clock, 10
Uh,
hours, 12 hours?
Okay, these days it's around the clock. I wouldn't say around the clock. It's like if there is work, we will do it. But
Mm.
it is like work on your own time. That is one of the very good thing that would have happened. Let's say, for example, we don't generally work on Saturdays and Sundays, but if we
Okay.
have any releases, we just don't mind working few hours and stuff. So if you don't have any work on, let's say for Monday, there won't be any customers coming in on Monday. So we would take some time off. So it is not like a regular 9 to 5 job, right? So we don't have to report
Right.
to anyone. That is one of the very important thing of entrepreneur. You don't have to report to anyone. So if you have work, you do it, and if you don't have work, take your time with your family. And if you have any work, you inform other persons, so you take your time off the other person's handles. That is one of the very. So so I had a daughter last month, and I was not able to work, and Rohit was taking care of most of my work. So I
Okay.
wouldn't get that in the job, right? So there is no maternity leave for males in our country. So I believe
It's
it
your
is.
own business.
Yeah, it is. I believe this is a blessing to actually spend time with your kid and stuff.
Okay. In this COVID now, you are always with her.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what's your suggestion for young people who are having big ideas but afraid to begin with?
So, yeah, the thing is that there is a fault in the question itself. You're saying big ideas, right? So, ideas are always big, but uh, just look at them from a very niche perspective. Just start small. If you look at it for, if you take out all the complexity in your idea, you will be ready to start the day when you get the idea, right? And you won't be losing much if you start small, and the like you will not be needing so many resources and funds as
True.
you would expect. Yes.
Okay, nice. So, what keeps you motivated or in your daily life?
The keeps
Ah,
that is one of very trickiest question, right? So keeps you motivated is like helping customers uh, automate their workflows is one of the things we move forward, and we look forward to build such more products on these product lines, so which keeps us motivated in driving the entrepreneurship.
Okay, nice. So, any specific innovation in Docupilot which you felt that a customer has appreciated and they felt it has got a unique solution for their problem?
Okay.
yeah, many customers who reach out to us, they will be like, why why the hell did I not come across this product all this time, right?
Exactly.
That's nice. So, moving on to the next section of this episode, the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So, how do you want to go? One question, Rohit, and one question, Arvind. Should we make it that way?
Okay, it's
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Who goes first, Arvind?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, what's your favorite sports or game you play?
It's badminton, shuttle badminton.
Okay. And what's the best thing that happened this month to you,
Road.
Rohit?
I think Arvind should answer that because he got a new baby.
Okay, it's my newborn kid, daughter.
Okay. Nice, nice. At what age did you start reading books?
When I was 4 or 5, LKG UKG books. But yeah, novels and other books I started reading when I was in college.
Okay, okay. And what's the recent book that you have read?
I'm reading a self-help book, Power of Now.
Okay, nice. Your favorite subject in school?
My favorite was physics and math and Arvind.
My favorite is computer science.
Okay,
Programming
nice.
was one of the favorite.
If not this SaaS business as an entrepreneur, what else was your dream?
Okay, so probably e-commerce. I don't know. Actually,
Mine was a backpack trap.
Backpack travel? Okay, cool. What's the best compliment you ever received for your accomplishment so far?
So recently, I was talking to one support. I was taking one support call. Okay, this guy was from US, and he initially said, "Does companies even your company doesn't even have a phone number. I don't want to talk to you guys. I don't want to sign up for your product." Okay, so I just sent him a Zoom link immediately, and he joined. And after the call, he was praising us like hell. He's like, "Your product is 1,000 times better than the product I was using earlier. I will tell this to all my contacts, and please send me any review links. I will write a review, and I'll ask
Oh,
my employees also to write 4 or 5 reviews that would help you." So and so.
that's wonderful. Cool. So if you wanted to go back in time and wanted to change one of your decision, what would that be in your startup journey?
So yeah, before Docupilot, as Arvind was telling, we were working on another product related to blockchain. Okay, so we spent almost 2 months on that. If I wanted to change something, I would try not to work on that product.
Okay, utilizing more time for your actual product.
Yes.
That's wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed this whole time talking to you both. Thank you very much, Rohit and Arvind, for coming
yeah,
on and sharing
yeah.
insights.
Thank you, thank you. It's our pleasure.
Yeah. For people who
Thank
don't
you.
know about you and your company, where should they look for any URLs links?
It's docupilot.app. This is our website.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
very
you can just go to Google and search for Docupilot.
Yes,
That pretty much on the first page.
great. Thank you so much, Rohit and Arvind. It was nice talking to you both.
Thank
the
you, Ashok,
same.
for
Thank you
hosting
very
us.
much. Bye bye.
Okay, we are at the end of episode number 13. Thank you very much, Arvind and Rohit, for coming on and sharing your experiences. And to our listeners, you can find out the episode summary in the description. Until we catch up soon with more exciting stories, stay tuned, be motivated. Thank you.